Sometimes the truth is not hidden by lies. It is hidden by the pain we carry. Because when pain is old, even a small shadow can look like betrayal. To understand this, we must go into a deep forest filled with tall pine trees, where there lived a young squirrel named Soren. Soren was small, quick, and hardworking. Every autumn, while other animals played in the golden leaves, Soren collected nuts for winter. But Soren did not collect food only because winter was coming. He collected because he remembered. Years ago, when he was very young, a cruel winter had arrived too early. Rain came before the snow, water ruined many hidden food stores, and Soren's family was left with almost nothing. One night, his mother broke her own small piece of food and placed the larger part in front of him.
I am not hungry.
But Soren knew she was. That winter taught Soren that hunger was not only an empty stomach. It was seeing his mother smile while giving him the food she needed herself. And Soren never forgot that feeling. After that winter, whenever older animals said, "Winter always passes," Soren thought, yes, but not everyone survives it the same way. That thought stayed with him, so he began to study the forest. He watched which trees stayed dry after rain, which ground stayed safe from water, and where food could survive the cold. Slowly, he created a special system, burying nuts across the forest and marking each place with tiny patterns on tree bark. One mark for acorns, one for walnuts, one for baby animals, and one for emergency food. But when other animals saw him dragging nuts and scratching marks into trees, they laughed.
You are only one little squirrel,
They said.
You cannot feed the whole forest.
Soren said nothing. So Soren grew up with two hungers in his heart. One was the memory of real hunger, the winter that had almost broken his family. The other was the hunger to be seen, to prove that even a little squirrel, mocked by others, could carry a promise big enough to save the forest. Then, one golden afternoon, the Forest Council announced that winter was coming early. Every animal who had found a way to help the forest survive the cold should bring their idea before the council. When Soren heard this, his heart beat faster, because this was the moment his painful past, his hidden work, and his desire to be seen could finally become something useful for the forest. One evening, Soren was inside his hollow tree, working on his food maps, when Rako the crow came to him in a hurry.
Soren, you need to hear this.
What happened?
It's Jorin.
Jorin was a blue jay from the upper forest, known for his bright feathers and confident voice.
He is preparing a winter food system for the council.
What kind of system?
Tree marks, hidden food stores, food maps.
That sounds like mine.
That is why I came to you.
Rako said. Soren tried to stay calm,
Maybe it is only similar.
but Rako kept pushing.
Animals like Jorin only need to speak well, and everyone believes them.
Then Rako told Soren how Jorin had once received praise for an idea that felt like his own.
When someone else takes the praise that should have been yours,
Rako said.
does the difference matter?
Those words stayed with Soren. Rako kept filling his ears.
He has been near your pine grove. If he reaches the council first, your work may never sound like yours again.
By night, Soren's doubt had turned into anger. Every memory became suspicious. Every similarity felt like proof. By morning, he believed it. Jorin had copied him. That afternoon, Soren picked up a large piece of bark and carved a message for the council. Jorin the blue jay stole my winter food system. In that moment, Soren was not only trapped by his own anger, he was also being pulled by Rako's old bitterness. The next morning, Soren carried the bark toward the council clearing. As he walked, revenge began to feel like justice. Then, near the old hollow tree, a quiet voice stopped him.
You are walking fast for someone carrying truth.
Soren turned. It was Mira, the old owl.
I have to tell the council what Jorin did.
Soren said.
What did he do?
He stole my idea.
Did you see him steal it?
Soren became quiet.
No.
Then be careful. Anger often arrives wearing the face of justice.
But his idea is like mine.
Maybe. Or maybe your fear has finished the story before truth had a chance to speak.
Soren said nothing. Mira looked at him gently.
When the heart is wounded, even a small shadow can look like betrayal. A smile becomes a lie. A coincidence becomes proof. And the mind begins to collect only what supports the pain.
Soren looked down at the bark. For the first time, the words did not look brave. They looked angry. Mira said,
You are not only angry at Jorin. You are angry at every animal who laughed at you. You are angry at every time you felt small. And now Jorin is standing too close to that old wound.
Soren's pause weakened.
But if I wait, he may win.
And if you speak now, your anger may win. That is not the same thing as truth winning.
Then Mira pointed to the hollow tree.
Leave the bark here until tomorrow. If it is truth, mourning will not destroy it. But if it is pain pretending to be truth, mourning will reveal it.
Slowly, he placed it inside the hollow tree.
What should I do now?
He asked. Mira said,
Go back to your work. Look at your own system with calm eyes. Anger has made you stare at Jorin. Maybe wisdom is asking you to look again at what you have built.
So Soren turned away from the council clearing and went back to the place where he always worked. He was looking at his own work. With a calmer heart, he noticed a few places where his system could be better. Later, Rako came back.
You still have not exposed him?
Rako asked.
What are you doing?
Soren kept working and said only one thing.
I'm letting my work speak, not my anger.
Rako had no answer. He flew away, disappointed. And this time, Soren did not follow his bitterness. Jorin presented his idea first. Jorin's idea was good. But this time, Soren did not turn that pain into anger. Then Amara, the head councilwoman, called him forward. Soren, show us what you have prepared. Soren placed his map before the council. He showed them the clearer marks, the safer food stores, and the backup places for baby animals and weaker families. The council listened carefully. Soon they understood. After a quiet moment, Amara spoke. The forest does not need one winner. It needs what will help everyone survive. She looked at Jorin. Jorin's plan will guide the upper forest. Then she looked at Soren. And Soren's plan will protect the lower forest. The animals cheered. Soren stood still. That evening, Soren returned to Mira's tree. He took the angry bark from the hollow. Mira watched quietly. Soren broke the bark into pieces and buried them under the roots.
This story reminds us that the real wisdom begins when we pause before we react. A strong emotion can make the mind blind. When we are hurt, angry, or insecure, we do not always see life as it is. We see it through the weight of what we feel. That is why people often make quick decisions, say painful words, and damage trust in moments they later regret. Real wisdom is not having no emotions. Real wisdom is knowing when not to obey them. A calm mind gives us power to pause, to look again, and to choose the right action instead of the fastest reaction. Because one emotional moment can damage what took years to build. The greatest victory is not always winning against others. Sometimes it is mastering the emotion that try to control us. If this story touched your heart and reminded you not to let your emotions control your actions, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Wisdom Unfolded. May you find the strength to pass, the wisdom to see clearly, and the courage to choose peace over regret. I will meet you again with another story. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and take care.